chance they left a door open or something.
Okay. Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 1178 Eventide Pl in Beverly Hills, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property for Garrett Kawesh. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be beginning my examination today from a 4-inch cleanout that I found here in the planter area just to the left of the garage. As you're coming up the driveway here, you look down in the planter, you'll see this 4-inch cap sticking up below these rose bushes. And it's just off the front corner of the garage here. Now we're going to drop in and we're going to run across the front yard, kind of past the mailbox over there. And it looks like there's another pipe coming out of the front of the house there. Now that branch, I don't have an exposed cleanout like this one. So we're going to have to wait till we get to the interior to both verify the existence of that, running some water in that front bathroom, and then trying to see how we're going to get the camera into that portion. But since we're here, I wanted to go ahead and get started. Alright, so immediately we drop down into a newer pipe. This is a modern plastic piping, ABS plastic. Now these modern plastic materials, they're expected to have a long service life. They have a very smooth inner surface as well, which allows for very high washout capability. In other words, they don't tend to collect debris and have a high potential for blockages. Now, so far we're running pretty flat. You can see the buildup of rust debris along the bottom from the building drain system. And now you're seeing standing water in the pipe. So this is what we refer to as a belly or a low point. Now in these modern plastic pipes, commonly if the belly isn't very significant, in other words if it's 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of water, we're not going to make too big a deal about it because they do have that high washout ability. But technically it is incorrect. It should have a minimum of 1/4 inch of fall per linear foot of pipe run. We went through a section there. It looked like it was holding about 1/2 inch of water or so. And we've come out and these are basically draining. I did flush the line pretty good with some water. See if I get an idea of how much of a belly it had, and that's pretty minimal at this point. Alright, so here's that tie-in I was talking about 45 feet in. And you'll see off to the right edge of the pipe here is basically just going into a Y fitting. That's where that other line is coming in, and then we're going to make a 90-degree turn here and start dropping down steeply to run towards the front of the yard. And again, a little pocket here in this fitting that's a little low. So maybe just a little bit of carelessness in the installation of this plastic, but not anything that's really going to make us recommend doing anything on it for now. Alright, so now we're inside the vitrified clay. This is the section we refer to as the lateral pipe. This is a 6-inch clay pipe that comes from the public sewer up to the property. And it's what was connected to when the house was built. Now this portion of the system is the property owner's responsibility for care and maintenance, so we want to make sure we have access all the way through the line and examine the entire thing. Now these clay pipe materials also, being a natural material, they have a long service life expectancy. They're not really expected to deteriorate underground, but they are more brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. We're seeing some kind of minor root intrusion coming in through some of the joints. That's a very common condition in these older clay pipes. The way they were put together, the joints use a mortar material which is porous, and that eventually is going to allow roots into the line. Now, normally we are suggesting that these root intrusions can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods they can create blockages in a system or potentially damage a pipe. But what I'm seeing here is pretty minimal in nature. I just want to make sure the roots haven't created any issues, and so far it looks like just kind of small roots. And then we come around this turn, and this is going to be our public sewer just up ahead of us. And right here at about 65 feet from where we dropped in. Alright, so what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to stop the recording, and we will wait to gain access into the house to find out how we're going to drop into that other branch.